Oli Olis! Hi, welcome to That's a Dude in a Dress podcast. I'm Jose, also known as Jose Nahuan. With me is...
Melissa. Hi, guys.
Hola! So today's topic, I have no idea. What is it?
It's would you forgive your ex?
I
mean, well, you have a lot of them.
Which one?
So let's say the one for you would be, I guess, the one where you were proposed to? Maybe that guy?
Which one?
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
No, I know.
There was two, though.
I know there was two. So I guess we'll go into those. Or
two,
maybe,
but three times.
Or maybe where you felt 2 or 3 times.
Well, 2, but 3 times proposed.
What?
I've had a rough life.
Man, you fall in love too easily.
Easily. That's why.
I mean, same, but...
That's why I don't... Girl, I'll stay single for a minute.
Same.
Because I am so horrible at this.
Yeah, same. Same.
Hers is bad, though. You like vatos, like...
No. It was just one. Because if you compare the two... compare the two that I've only had 2 days.
No, but the first one... No, the first one I can't stand.
I know, but they're not the same. I used
to like him, but
they're not the same.
But that one made you feel like shit. Like...
He did.
Emotionally.
Yes. But I don't think
And the second one was both. Emotionally.
It was everything that could go wrong.
Can we talk about that?
Hold on. But it's 2 different types of guys.
What do you mean?
Because you like the vatos. No, I do not. It just happened that way. The second one happened that way.
Well, according to your rate of what we've gone through, you either had the very clean look.
Yes.
And then you had the complete opposite.
Ghetto.
Hood.
Like prison.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
But you got an amazing kid out of it. So
I know. Crazy.
Annoying. Yeah. Allegedly.
He's more his mom than he is his dad.
Oh,
a little bit.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Hijo, with his secrets, I can't stand them.
He can't stand it. I can hold the secret
forever. I'm like, say it, bitch.
He's like, what? Why did you keep that in? I just, like you say, I move in silence. I have to.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And she won't tell me, and I'm like, I asked you. I fucking asked you. She's like, why didn't think it was valid?
Yeah, I didn't think it was irrelevant.
I'm like, say it! I would have told you!
It just, I don't know why I work that way.
It's weird how your brain's like,
yeah.
Okay, I'll put that in the vault.
Yeah, let me leave it there until I need it. Bianca's
like that, though.
Here we are.
Bianca's like that. It doesn't matter how many times you ask about me. She's like,
mm-hmm.
It is so bad that her sister-in-law, or I guess her sister-in-law too.
Yeah.
Asked her about me, and she went, She said, Jose, I didn't know what to say. She says, I wasn't trying to be uncomfortable. No, she was like, oh, I'm so glad that he's moving and like he's progressing and just really good stuff, really sweet. She's a really sweet girl. And she's like, God, I really like seeing him and I love that he's progressing, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Because when it comes down to me, she's very protective. Yeah. Doesn't like to talk about me, doesn't want, like, anything that becomes, like, it's my personal and my business, she's like, She's not like you, you'd be like, oh, thank you so much. Yes,
but it's because you and her are built that way.
Yes.
Because I've seen the business side of it. If I were to react like that, it'd be like, ew.
Yeah.
This is who.
And they really don't know her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why it's almost like I know how to act in public whenever they speak about you.
Yeah. So Bianca, she's saying you don't know how to act.
No, Bianca, I'm not saying that. I just know the business part of Jose Nahuan. You see, he's stirring the pot.
I know. But let me tell you something. It's because before all this, Jose Nahuan.
Yes.
And people asked about me, and it was none of their business. Nope. She was like, he's good. It's because she knew when there was somebody being jealous or ugly or malicious, and she never answered it. Yeah. So she was all like, And she's gotten so good at
Yeah, she doesn't know how to, which is fine because
and it comes off so rude.
Which is fine. Yeah, she doesn't mean to. She's so sweet.
I know that it comes from a good place and she just loves and protects me.
So if ever you confront her and you say that's That's the reason why. She's very overprotective.
Very overprotective.
Yeah.
So don't ask her nothing about me because you're not going to get anything. And this one's not going to tell you shit if she doesn't want to.
Nope.
She'll tell you, "Aw, that's sweet. Thank you.
Thank you for the follow.
Yes. And
Thank you for watching."
But she's not going to tell you also like personal stuff.
Oh, hell no.
Like, she's not going to do, But she does it with a smile. The other one doesn't know how to do it.
Which is crazy because she's
so sweet. Yes.
Totally opposite of me. I'm a bitch. I don't.
No, and she can be to the people that are malicious.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
But not to the people that are like people around. She's like, "Hi, how are you?" Blah blah. Blah. Not. What's your agenda? I'm like, damn, bitch, that's a priest. Hey, I'm leave him alone. He's just giving you bud. Why do I eat this? Body of Christ. Imagine. Oh, did you get the candy? Look, my body of Christ.
No.
Look, hold on. So I went to Mexico, right? And I didn't know what kind of candy to get because I got it at the airport. And I was like, is this body of Christ? I told my friend,
is it
in
like
different
macaroons?
colors?
Is it like macaroons?
I don't know what they are. Let's open one.
You open that one here. See the other box next to it.
Hold on.
Because it's real crummy.
I was all, does this come with
Because it
wine?
sort of looks like... it sort of looks like the macaroons.
I don't know how.
No, macaroons? No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, guys.
No. No, I know what you mean. But the color looks like a macaroon.
I don't know what this would be. I swear, Jose, it just tastes like bread.
Oh my God.
Well, open it.
Amaria Oficial is the name of the company who makes it. Amaria Oficial. It is.
Body of Christ.
Body of Christ. Not good.
You have a big mouth. Is it good at least? Or is it just bread?
Oh my God, Melissa.
It's good?
Eat it like this.
No, I'm not going to eat a whole one.
Just eat half of it. Look, you'll see.
I know the half of it, yes, but
just
not
try
the... I'm not going to be like you, Cico...
Abierto.
Abierto.
It's body of Christ.
It's body of Christ.
It's body of Christ. I'm not laughing at the Christ. I laughed at her doing that, but it tastes like body of Christ.
It has no flavor.
No flavor. It says matcha, but it's no flavor. It is exactly. No. Sinners come. Hey, J. Rivas, man.
Hey, Joe.
Hurry up, here. I had a feeling it was body of Christ. Anyway.
Wow.
What was I saying?
There you go.
Oh, anyway.
Forgiving your... I don't know what we're talking... We're talking about
exes. But I have to say the exes part is one thing. I don't know if I could... I don't know. I forgave my ex though.
All of them?
Hold on, bitch.
All of them?
You don't have to say it like that. Yes, all of them.
All 15, 20 of them?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, I have no malice towards any of them.
Well, no malice. There's a difference.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not hurt. Like even the one that got married, I was super happy for him. Like I was all, oh, he deserves to be happy, because he wasn't my person.
Yeah.
It took me a while though to get to that place.
Same. I mean, I haven't just one because I have to because he's the baby daddy. But even at that, oh God, everything from the cheating, the lying, the being with somebody else while he was with me, the everything that could go wrong in a relationship went freaking wrong.
Yeah.
And it was a universe like, girl, how many times do we? And that said, I gave him a second chance because the prison talk.
Oh, hold on. And I think that's how we got into this subject because we were doing I was doing all the pendeja videos, right? Mm-hmm. And we started realizing, damn, we did a lot of stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And tell them about the prison talk.
Oh, the prison talk, because the first time that we weren't together, or that we broke up, I was just like, nah, I gotta hustle. I have a child, I don't have a job. What the fuck am I gonna do to raise this kid? So I wasn't in it to hear any of his bullshit. I was like, nah, because it was still fresh in my mind.
Yes.
Fast forward, we got 10 years later, my son was already 10. And the reach out happened again. How he had the address wrong, but was still able to send a letter to where I used to live. I still have family living in that home. I'll explain to you all.
Oh, yeah.
I still have family living
I remember. Yeah.
In that home. So that's how I was able to get a hold of the letter. And a big part of me was like, I really don't want to.
No, she said no.
And then,
she was like, I don't want to at all.
And then I was just like, okay. And I went off on a fucking letter. Off. Like, how dare you? Why are you reaching out? It's already too late. My son's blah, blah, blah. But my son was also wanting to know who his father was. Because I never wanted to have my son look at his father in a bad light. I wanted my son to figure that out on his own. Because I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to figure out.
This is before you guys were together?
This was the second time around. Because
he didn't see the first time, did he?
He would pop in and out trying to see my son, but I was just
But y'all weren't living together.
No, by any means, no.
You're talking about
the second time,
okay.
the 10 years later.
Yeah.
So it started with prison talk. It started with oh my God, I want to try again. I want to know who my son is. Try again, meaning he wanted to see his son. Mm-hmm. Later on, it became what it became. Like, oh, I want to try with us, blah, blah, blah. He always had this woman that he always went back to. Because now looking back at it, I can see why. Because she catered to everything. If he needed a place.
Was it the one that...
No, not the one that we bumped into. When we bumped into him and the content came, not her.
No, the one that...
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not her. This is a person that he's been in and out of relationships with since I met him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, and I can see why it was always a gravitation to that person, because she was there if he needed a place, if he needed money for whatever.
Yeah, she was readily available.
Yeah, she was. So, yeah, but that's her.
Allegedly.
I'm glad it's her, not me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for her, but anywho.
No, that's her doing. Oh, well.
So it started there, and it was a long road. It ended up being a 5-6 year in total, because we lived together. When he got out, we lived together for 2 years, and in that 2 years, the cheating, the lying, the scheming, the everything.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
But also because he got physical, right?
We both got physical.
But let me tell you something. You're not going to get Melissa to react anyway unless you get her and push her to a point where she has to.
Where I felt like I had to.
She's like the
myself.
mama bear.
Yeah.
She has to protect her surroundings and herself.
Yeah.
She's not going to get physical, because you've never been in an altercation like that, right?
No, never.
Ever.
Never.
Now, you're talking about me, we're talking about two separate things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, small ones with your sisters, pero nothing to that extent. No, but we're talking
about family. Yes.
No.
Family's different. You get on each other's nerves.
No.
My hair, is it falling enough?
No.
Why do you look at it like that?
Because I'm just like...
Oh, I thought...
because it's a little cono.
Yeah, it's not glued down, so I didn't want to,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to move
it. It looks different, that's all. Because I didn't notice it till now.
The copete.
The copete. Oh, I had a copete back in the day. But anyways, it's a whole nother subject over there.
But so what I'm trying to say is that she's not going to get to that point unless you get her to that point.
Yeah. And
it has to take a lot.
Yeah.
But he got you to the point, right?
He got me to the point.
Where it got physical?
It got physical.
And then the bad part about it is that he's not stupid.
Oh, no.
When it comes to using it to his advantage.
Oh, he knows.
Because you had to protect yourself. He called the cops, right?
Yes.
And it got bad. It got bad. But I think, how unfair is it that you're putting your hands on her, and she's supposed to be okay with it, and then she's the mother of your child on top of it. But there are men out there that are low lives.
Narcissists, everything, physical, mental, emotional abuse, all of that.
They break you down.
Broke me down.
And one of the biggest things that I noticed, I don't know if he did this to you, but they start trying to move you away from your family.
All of that.
Did
all
he?
of that. But I think partially was, yes, he did.
He did with us, like our friendships.
Partially was me not wanting to deal with the backlash of my family saying, well, this, well, that. I knew everything that was going on. I just didn't need to hear it from them.
Yeah.
And because it was a lot to be in that home. A lot. And I to this day, I regret ever putting my kids through that. But also my son got to know the type of father he had.
The real.
Without me saying, because like I said, I never said a bad thing about him. Yeah, I sugarcoated like, oh, well, your dad couldn't be here because it's just, he's not here.
Yeah.
Now he saw, oh, crap. So he wants nothing to do with his father at all.
But that's because he's already done enough.
More than enough.
More than enough. This is where allegedly, this is where I don't trust this man as far as I can spit.
Yeah.
Because he switched the moment he saw you.
Because we bumped into him years later. Back whenever whenever you filmed the Camila and Enrique.
Yeah.
That
a year later.
Yeah,
That was a year.
That was a year ago? Okay, so maybe a year and a half going on 2? Something like that. We'll have to look at the video. So it's probably been a couple of years since we bumped into him.
Maybe.
So you saw, and that was maybe 4, I hadn't seen him in about 4 or 5 years from that time that you filmed that.
And how did he behave?
The same.
Thought you were by yourself.
Yes, thought I was by myself.
And came marching at you. I was all, where are you going?
Yeah.
Because he was like, come here.
Yeah.
I was all, whoa, you don't have it like that?
Yeah.
Was that the same lady?
No, that's somebody else.
Damn, he got a lot of pendejas.
He can get them like that.
And they think they're the ones.
Dude.
I was all, girl, wake up. You can do better.
I didn't think I was the one, but I thought, okay, you want to change for the sake of your child.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that's where her son finally was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I think he would have put hands on you.
The father?
Yeah, that day.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. We would have scuffled for sure.
Yes, so that Camila video.
Sure.
And this is how I know the difference between Melissa, you pushing her, and Melissa scared.
Yeah.
Because you knew that it could get that way.
Yeah.
That you were like walking away.
I was like, I need to walk away.
No,
because
no.
that was your moment too. We were going to a meeting.
Yeah.
So had I gotten into a scuffle, cops would have been called. We were not in the hood. If it was a hood, it would be different.
No, it was a nice side of town.
It was a nice side of town that I said cops will be called. Both of us would probably get arrested. I do not want to put Jose through this. I do not want to go through this. There's no reason to. Yeah. My son by this time my son was probably 17, 18. Yeah. So I was like, he's a grown ass man. If he wanted to, it's because I don't know if he got a whiff of, my son was graduating that year or close to graduating. So I don't know if he got a whiff of it, and maybe that's why, because it was so funny how all of a sudden was coming around. And so I was just like, dude, my son is old enough to make a decision that he wants nothing to do with you.
Correct.
Could not understand that for the life of him. I want to see my son, because that's what he kept telling me.
Yeah, and I was all, you ain't gonna talk to her. You ain't gonna talk to him. Like, you could talk to me, call me. I gave him a wrong number. You could call me, but you're not talking to her anymore. And he was like, no, but you know. And then, of course, it got crazy, and I just saw the lady smiling, and I was all, that's it. Here I come. La di da. You were gonna do to her what I'm about to do to her. So I was like, la di da. I was gonna put my hands on her, but I'm gonna scare the shit out of her. And I went straight over there. He followed me like.
Did I know, like, if you were about to, like, all of a sudden I'm a protector. Did I tell you that the girlfriend tried to message me like a few months back, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago? I was just like, same story.
You're talking about the lady that's always there.
The one, no, his current girlfriend, the one that you saw in the vehicle.
That, oh.
Yeah. I was just like.
That, hijo, esas.
I was my son's grown. Like, he's an adult. He's going to make the decision. I was just like, and I knew it was all coming from him because the lingo was all him. Oh. I was like, you're not that smart to use that type of lingo. This motherfucker tries to act smart.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
I've been
so I could not, I don't think I could forgive him. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I can't. Not with all the abuse that happened, all the stuff that happened with the kids being around. And my fault too. My fault too. I'm not going to say, it was too
much.
Too much heartbreak, too much. Like, I couldn't believe I allowed myself to go through all the pendeja shit.
And it was pretty pendeja.
It was pendeja. And I think that's why it's almost like I haven't forgiven myself for going through that.
So you haven't forgiven them?
I don't know about the first one. The first one, I haven't spoken to him in, I don't know.
But you don't have to speak to him to forgive him.
I know, but no, probably not. I don't think so. I don't know. It's one of those things. You see,
it's been 20 years.
I know. I don't know. I think because they're part of the reason why I'm such a bitch.
Oh, I do think it's because she has a lot of healing to do, and I don't think she's there. Like I've told you that before. You need a fucking therapist, psychotherapist, preferably. But
says the person that gets crazy like in 2.5 seconds,
and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, "Hi, I miss you." But I honestly think it's nothing in reference to be ill towards you. I think I can feel how angry you still feel towards some things, that it beats you down sometimes.
And it's also towards it's more towards men, because the men, every single man in my life, every single man, whether it be a friend, whether it be an ex boyfriend, whether it be even with coworkers, if it takes me time to build that relationship, and if I feel like I can't trust you or you're not loyal, I think I give that. Even with my father, my stepfather, they've all done me wrong in one way or another.
But she'll check out. Like not your stepdad, because he's worked really hard
to be where we're at,
to get to be a better man.
Yes.
And he's a little crazy too, but he's still
a lot crazy.
But he's still a good human being.
Oh yeah.
Protective, loving, has shown you like let me change. Right?
Because I've also given him the opportunity.
Correct.
I can say that's the one person that I've forgiven, because my stepdad was is an addict, since been recovered for I think 13-14 years. And when I started seeing the progression of him, because he was never involved, he was not involved. He's known me since my mom was pregnant. I don't know, I guess at 2 months, I don't freaking know, maybe as soon as she got pregnant. So he's been in my life since then. I actually just found out not too long ago that he was actually in I don't know if he was in the delivery room, but he was there after I was born. And my own dad wasn't, but he was, which is crazy, but
But he goes to the games,
and that's what I'm saying. He started being involved with.
He's annoying when he's screaming, but
but you rather have that.
I would rather have than not no one show up.
So I think he's the only man that I have forgiven in my life.
And I want to say that's why for a long time, some of my exes, I feel like I've had not so great relationships with my exes with men, because I've had women in my life who I've adored, respected, disrespected, but at the same time, I adore women. Yes, and my life is revolved around women. Right? My content is dedicated to women. And some people take it like I'm making fun. I'm not making fun. No, this is my perspective of being around women and showcasing them. Like their mistakes, my mistakes, other people's mistakes, and showcasing it. Even if it's not funny to you, it's real life.
But it's almost like a sisterhood, like I feel.
Yeah. I think the exact same way. And so when I think about all my exes, I don't ever think about them in a ill way. Not one. Like the reason I don't think about them like that is because I forgave them a long time ago. That how am I going to be happy if I'm still angry? How am I going to expect good things to come to me if I'm so bitter about them? I don't know what it is to have kids and to be in that situation, but also you have the control of your feelings and you have the control of how it, because it eats you alive when you don't know how to forgive. And one thing I learned along the way is to forgive. Yeah. Because my mom did me wrong when we were younger. My sisters, a couple of them have done me wrong along the way. But I forgave them because, not just because they're family, we've done wrong to each other here and there. Like nothing crazy, but we've gotten in each other's nerves. But I'm not going to not forgive because even the times that I'm like, that was mean. Like, or vice versa, you're like, that was mean. But then we explain it and we're like, okay. So it doesn't come in a malicious way, and I think that's why I do it, because I just don't want to hold on to it. Yeah. I'm so scared to hold on to something so heavy that doesn't belong to me that I'm going to do what my mom did, drugs. And that scares the crap out of me. I think if I can hold on to forgiveness and keep forgiveness, it might not be today, honey. Like, later it's stole from me. I might not forgive it today. But later on, I'll forgive her. Yeah. And maybe she'll come and watch my videos one day and like, I won't block her. Yeah. But not today.
I don't, like I said, with the first ex, it wasn't as bad as Baby Daddy. That one was bad. That's why it's harder for me to, like I said, maybe one day, but not today. But the first ex, it's just like, really don't. I mean, he's recently come up, but it's only because we're talking about life. Yeah. And all the experiences. Other than that, didn't even think about him, didn't even care. Whatever your life is whatever your life is. So it doesn't, really don't, it's whatever. Yeah. If I were to ever bump into him, it'd be, and we spoke, it would be.
But it has to be calm.
No, it would be. I wouldn't even be like, no, wait, fuck you. About? The first. No.
Oh, the first one. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, that one, if it ever came to it, which I hope it doesn't, because that's his life and my life is my life. Yeah. I kind of like to leave it there.
Yes, but also you all were young.
Oh, yeah, very young.
Extremely young.
I think I was just coming out of high school. No. Yeah. Senior year, I think. Shit.
Because I've had that relationship around that time too. And that's not something I would want to go back ever to. My mom would be like, "Go back with him," when she was alive. Go back with him. I love him. And I was well, then you be with him.
But that one. So with the first one, it was a hard breakup for me.
Oh yeah, for me too.
To get through it. But the second one, and now I'll revisit this comment when we do another segment. But with the second one, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready. Like, we gotta split up. Yeah. I don't got time. But the first one was really, really hard. I think that's why, that's why it took me a while to kind of let it go. But like I said, after so many years, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, there's only so much disrespect I can take before I'm no longer in it. But I feel like now that I'm older, I can evaluate my relationships. Exactly. And I know that one was just lust. Okay. That one was not. I was young. I didn't know what love meant. Same. I don't think I was in love with him. Okay. Like, now that I look at it, I don't think I was in love with him. I think I was in lust with him. Okay. And he was my second one, but he was my longest one, and he was my.
Has he been the longest one to date? Oh, wow.
Yeah, the next one, mine have been short term, like a year, like they've not that long. But I know that what it is to be treated good, because I started treating myself good. But I wanted to get something and I wanted to go out by myself. I went out by myself. I wanted to take the movies. I would go take them. I would take myself out so I know what it is to feel good when somebody else is doing it. Yes. So, but at the same time, I can't. My grandma has always taught me, because I never understood it. People would fuck her left and right when we were younger. She was a Can I say it?
I don't see why not.
She used to be a drug dealer.
Okay.
And she forgave people that screwed her, and I never got it. And now I get it as an adult. Forgiveness is big. You gotta move on.
And it's hard. It's hard.
It's
hard for me because I was never taught to maybe with my grandma it was but with my parent, or the absence of my parents was really hard, and I never learned to like, hey, just let it go, because conversations never happened in my family. Never happened in my family to like, hey, try to forgive, let it go, blah blah blah. Like those life lessons never happened. My mom was pregnant at 15. You know, my dad wasn't involved.
So she was young.
So my mom was really young. Yeah. So if my grandmother wasn't teaching her, how was she going to teach me? So my mom was never taught, let's break the cycle. So when my kids came along, I was like, I'm breaking that cycle, because it's an ugly feeling to not be able to understand or not speak on emotions. Which is still hard for me now.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and she still has a really difficult time, because I'm like, because sometimes I'll say, hey, so-and-so about your son, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Ask him, bitch, he's right there, 2 feet away. It's called communication. And she gets mad, but because it's easy for me to say, hey, this is bothering me, let's talk.
Yeah, but it's because my son is his mother. His mother.
They're twins, except he's super skinny.
So it's like it's pulling teeth with him. Oh, so it's hard to speak to him.
But he's also at that age.
Yeah, he's also at that age.
In his early 20, right?
He's about to be 20.
Yeah.
20.
20.
20, Jose.
Yes, girl.
20. I can't believe he's almost
20. Baby.
He's coming out of his... God damn, I can't believe I'm going to have a 20-year-old, but go on.
But I get it. He's also at that age where he thinks he knows everything.
Yeah. Oh, is he learning the lesson right now?
Ooh.
But his mama has to pay along with him.
Yeah, well, pendeja. Well, still,
I can't.
You didn't have to sign, pendeja.
I can only go so far.
Yes, let him go far. But I think it's because I take it like that. Is I cannot. My grandmother taught me, baby, you don't know what it is to be angry. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like when people disrespected my grandmother or my mom. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were considered low lives to them. Mm-hmm. The scum of the earth. One was selling drugs, one was doing drugs, one was stealing from stores.
But that's still your mom, regardless.
And that's my mother, correct. Yeah. They didn't see that she was good to me when she was good to me, when she was awake and like aware. Mm-hmm. And they didn't know the struggle that she was fighting against, not being able to communicate her feelings. Yeah. Like one thing that happened that she had to deal with when she was younger. Mm-hmm. And we had to go back and see this person over and over and over and over. I don't know this because until they all sat down and they're like, has anybody else been? And they're like, yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we couldn't tell them that this person. And for a long time, I had so much anger towards this human being. I mean, anger. And I would find a way not to be around them. Yeah. Because they're praising, because this person is like, to them, gold. Yeah. And is fruitful with his age. But to me, I just didn't belong. He was a constant reminder of how they held on to that pain. Yeah. And so finally it took me a long time that I said, I have to forgive. He didn't, I don't think he did it to me. I don't remember. But because we all talked about it, I feel like I have been when I was younger, but I don't remember it. Yeah. I have the effects of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so I had to finally forgive this human being. Do anybody know other than my family? Nope. Because they think this human being is amazing, but not to us. Mm-hmm. And so finally I forgave, and I had to say, like, this is not mine to hold on to. Mm-hmm. He didn't do it to me, did it to my family, but didn't do it directly to me. but I've got to let it go.
Yeah, I can.
It happened, and they're safe now.
Yeah.
So that's the way I was able to forgive, because I said they're safe. They're safe. They can't harm them that way.
Yeah, that forgiveness is hard.
We're all looking out the window.
I know, I'm sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. I see movement and I'm like, squirrel.
But yeah, it to me, forgiveness is one of the biggest things a hurdle I've always come across. Even for people that done me wrong, that are closest friends.
I think that's different for me.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because exes are because that's a different type of emotion. That's a different type of intimacy. That's different from friendship and anybody else after that. Mm-hmm. Family, families, you can't choose your family. Your family's your family. I'll always forgive.
But you can have boundaries.
Yes, I was about to say that. You can always forgive your family, but there will always be boundaries for me.
Correct. Because
it's just like, no, you're going to understand that I'm no longer going to take the punches that I've been taking all my life.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm at now as far as that. Like, especially with my kids. I was like, don't fuck with my kids.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to. I make sure that I surround my kids with people that are going to be there for them if I'm not.
Correct.
That was my biggest thing when I surrounded my son and my daughter. I was just like, they're going to be around people that I know will genuinely love them and that will be there when I can't be there. So that's why I'm also that protective mother of. Yeah. Because I've been through situations where, you think you can trust people and you can't.
No, yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing of why my grandma would tell me, like, you've got to move on. Mm-hmm. Because then we start doing the things to ourselves that start harming us. That she was trying to tell me, like, if you don't take care of that emotion and that feeling and that terror inside, you're going to end up doing something not to other people, but to yourself. Yeah. You harm yourself, you go do drugs, you take...
And that's true.
Go do stuff to your body you're not supposed to, or whatever, you're not, whatever.
Or you just completely, like me, I completely shut down.
Shut down.
And
then you don't know how it is to communicate correctly, or at least communicate where...
It would take me so long. I had to go through it in my head, because it's just like I couldn't understand the emotions, because I was never taught to deal with your emotions. Even growing up with both of my grandmothers, it was kind of they grew up in a time where brush it under the rug, and I was just like, I didn't function that way. I just didn't know how to speak on what I was feeling or how heartbroken I was, because you kind of had to. I grew up with very, very strong women, so it was one of those. It's like, okay, well, we gotta roll with the punches, and I'm like, no, I'm tired of rolling with the punches. So I went through like weeks, months, or even not talking about it and holding on and letting it simmer to where it got to a point. It's like, you have to deal with all the trauma and the triggers that you have, and I'm still doing it. I'm still dealing with it.
And I think that's one of my hurdles have always been stuff like that, but the person who actually gave me the tools to work through it was Bianca. Mm-hmm. She's giving me the tools to break it down and say, it's okay, this is safe. Mm-hmm. I'm not judging you. Mm-hmm. I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to help you, but I can't do it without you. Yeah. And so it took me a long time to finally say, that hurt my feelings. Yeah. And I'll tell her that, and I don't think it's like sunk in where I'm like, that hurt my feelings. And I think it takes you a minute to like realize that you're like, oh, okay. And then like 6 years later, you're like, hey, I heard your feelings, right? But I'm like, yeah, that was 6 years ago though. But with me and her, we've got into a healthy relationship where we're like, it's okay to say it because we're not judging each other. Yeah. To say I'm hurt is okay. Yeah.
I just think it's for me, it's not being judged, it's just hard. Yeah. It's hard to say, like, it's like I can't it doesn't, it's almost like I can't say I love you. Words, yeah, I know. But yeah, same. I've learned that.
It's vulnerability. Yeah. It's so hard to be vulnerable.
I have to be able to trust the person that I'm being vulnerable with.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that. I mean, it's easier now, but at the time it was harder because I also have, you know, a friend that I'm just like, I spew everything to. Like, I'm like, you're my voice of reason. Why is this and why is that? And she'll break it down for me and we'll go into this tangent about stuff. But,
really smart. Really, she's really, really smart.
So it's super awesome to have that person for me to be able to use whatever I've learned in that friendship with other people.
Correct.
So, yeah, do I forgive my exes? Probably not.
I do.
But am I holding on to one and not the other? Yeah. The pain. I mean the pain. The pain. The pain. The pain of the relationship that I was in. Yeah.
No, not me. I forgive you because I want you to no longer be part of this, or any of this.
Yeah. Which both, but like I said, that pain is hard. The other one is like, go be happy, I'm glad, whatever, we had our moment, we out.
No, not me. I love the fact that I don't think about loving like that at all. Once in a while, I have to say, like, they'll come into my thoughts, and then as soon as I come in, I let it out. But
yeah, that's what I said. It's only when we're speaking about past.
But it doesn't bother me like that at all. No. But I wish you well, and she wish you ill.
No, I wish ill to one, not to the other. Not the other.
Well, that says forgiveness. But no, I just want to say thank you for listening. This podcast is sponsored by Makia Coffee. Use the discount code Jose Najuan.
I'm just kidding. 15. Wherever he puts it.
It's right here. Jose Najuan 15. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for taking the time to just listen to us. Dame un besito. We got to go.
Bye.
Bye.